all of you wonderful creative people here on YouTube. My name is Rio and I welcome you to my artsy corner. So then, slowly but surely we are getting closer to the end of February, which means winter is almost over, which means it's about time I get to my seasonal hauls. Yes, you heard it right, hauls. Because this time I have decided to split this one in two, since last time I did a haul. It was humongous. I must confess it was a lot bigger than I thought in the beginning, and the video was tremendously long. Well, I know some of the people do not mind watching an hour-long haul video, myself including. However, I feel like this time I'm gonna be splitting the coloring supplies and coloring books in two. Besides, I'm still waiting for a couple of coloring books to arrive, so it's only reasonable I'll keep the coloring book part for a bit later, should they arrive by the end of February, to make it into a winter coloring book haul. Anyway, without further ado, let's start, shall we? Here beside me I have quite a bunch of coloring supplies that I've accumulated over past 3 months of winter that I'm going to share with you today. So, what should we start with? I think last time I did my coloring haul back in fall, I've talked about style file markers, and I told you that I'm trying to, well, basically collect them all to have a full set, which is, well, I think more than 120 colors, and I was relatively close to completing it. However, back then I figured I have only a few markers missing. However, as you can see, I was very wrong. So, one of those magical times that me and my friend decided to visit an art store, I figured, well, I'll just stop by and get the rest of the few colors that I'm missing. And it appears so that I seem to have missed a whole section of pinks and yellows. Well, basically last time I shopped for these. So, well, this is the range that I ended up buying. Well, like I said, those are basically yellows and pinks and a few purples here. We have a few shades of gray, cool grays mainly. Yeah, I think now I definitely have them all. I'm gonna have to check. I'm still not sure, but definitely now, if I appear to be missing a color, there'll be only a few. So if you haven't seen these before, these are the style file alcohol markers. They have the broad tip on one end and a nice soft brush tip on the other. And why I decided to collect these, because they're refillable. The less waste, the better. So now I only have to deal with one last headache when it comes to these, to find a proper bag to store all of them in. So next thing I'm going to show you are these awesome new sets of Hellooooo water-based markers. These are their Ni-Hao series. They come in 3 sets of 24. The light tones, the mid tones, here, and the vivids, I believe. Yeah. So you have seen me use these before if you've stopped by my channel. I have basically a review on these markers. I have some of the colors missing here because right now I'm using them in one of my pages. I've colored mandala in Camille Angelikova's books when I was reviewing them. These are the brush and the bullet tip ones. What I like about these sets is that, well, they consist of colors that are missing in the regular sets of Hellooooo water-based markers, the bullet tip ones that I'm sure most of you are already familiar with. These colors are more muted, not as saturated. We have a lot of pastel tones in here that the previous set was clearly missing. I love using them in my color by number books or, well, mainly in my mandala books. They work perfectly. Love them. Now I can also finally put these aside because as much as I love the design of the new boxes, they're terribly impractical. So the next thing I'm gonna pull out of my magic bag is this Silky Crayons by GC Quill. You've also seen me use these in one of my Color With Me videos when I did a background in Hannah Carlson's Kalas book on the page that we will surely be finishing anytime soon. Well, these are like your any gel crayons that I think most of you are familiar with and no doubt are using. You know, it's your typical silky crayon in a lipstick form. There you go. Here you go. It comes out like a lipstick. These are really smooth. The colors are bright and pigmented. I really loved using them. I like the range of colors that they have in this set. I'm going to show you the swatches. These are the colors. As you can see, a very, very nice range. Pinks and blues and yellows and oranges. A couple of shades of brown. They even have a flesh tone. Here, awesome colors. I love these. I will definitely be using them more in my backgrounds. A very, very nice discovery. Next, I got these two sets of Distress inks. The only two sets I was still missing. So now I think I have them all except of the couple of newly released colors that don't yet come in sets, I believe. Here are the colors. I can't wait to swatch these. I love Distress inks. I actually miss using them on my pages. I haven't done that in a while. Should get back to it anytime soon. I've also got a couple of packs of the Artistro paint markers. These are 5 markers in black and in white. I figured I could use them to make some highlights, for example, where gel pen just does not do it justice. As you can see, I still have not used most of these supplies that I've hauled because I was waiting for a chance to show them to you first. Yeah, so your typical paint marker. You shake it up, prime it, while you pump it on the page, and there you go. I have a very nice thin tip. Should be perfect for highlights. I've heard only good reviews about these, so that got me curious to try them out. And I got the black, basically, I don't know, to help me cover the backgrounds pages in black. I really wanted to try it out for a while now, but didn't have the courage to do so because I don't yet feel quite confident and comfortable with using acrylic paints with a brush. Well, especially on small details. Well, as you know, the Christmas season is a perfect time for sales, and you can find a lot of cool stuff in grocery stores on Christmas time. Stuff like these washi tapes here. Well, those aren't exactly washi tapes. Those are more like gift packing tapes. However, what it actually is, basically, it's your regular washi tape, really. Here, as you can see. And what's best about it, there's a lot of it. And this whole set of this packing washi tape costed me about as much as some of the, I don't know, single rolls of your regular washi tape cost on Amazon. It was dirt cheap, this whole set. And each year they usually come up with a different set. So this is the second one I have. And next season I'll be hunting for these for sure, because like I said, it's a bargain. It's cheap, you get a lot of tape. It's a rather nice looking tape, a good quality tape. I mean, yeah, nothing but prawns, to be honest. I'll definitely be using them on my pages. Also, when it comes to sales, I found a set of this raffia glitter glue during one of these Christmas sales. Well, it's like I once said, it's your typical kids glitter glue. Nothing all too special about it. Definitely, it's not a ideal replacement for stickles, that's for sure, because it's a bit chunkier, it dries glossy, more like your typical clear glue. I guess you have your glitter versions, and some of them, well, are more of this iridescent color. It's basically a clear, colorful glue with this greenish yellow glitter. I can show you the swatches as well. There you go. I have them here. The glitter ones on top and the iridescent ones at the bottom. Well, actually, oh yeah, they feel kind of textured, but it's really not that bad. Now that I've held them on the camera, I can finally start using them, especially these iridescent ones. Should look really nice on some fairy pages, or I don't know, on dark backgrounds in the sky, you know, like flashes of stars or something like that. One other thing I got on clearance was this cheap set of gel pens. Well, actually, it's not exactly cheap. It's like €7 for this set of 30. We have a really diverse set in here. You have your pastels, your neons, the glitters, the regular ones, the metallic ones. But when they got on clearance, they dropped like to €2 or something like that, and a few cents. So it definitely was a bargain, a good deal. I snagged it right away because I already have a set of these, and I keep them in my travel bag. And well, I'm already running out of some of the colors. That's why a few of the pens are missing from this set already. And one of the other things that actually caught my eye, one of the last times I visited an art store, were some of these Molotov paint pens. I got a few of the colors to add to my collection. I must say, I love these pens. These are the acrylic pens. Your typical paint pens, again. The ones You have to shake every time before using them and prime them. And we have a very nice matte coverage. A very nice tip. This one is not primed yet. But these are really, really good. They're a bit on pricier side. I think one marker costs about €4, if I'm not mistaken. However, I've gotten some of these before, about a couple of years to be more exact. And again, confession time, I've used them once or twice and misplaced them somewhere and completely forgot I even owned these. And last month, when I figured, well, I might bust out some of my old art supplies, and I figured, why not trying and make a background with paint markers? And believe it or not, after 2 years of just lying in my drawer, these worked like new, like brand spanking new. Which surprised me, because some of the other markers that I've just bought a couple of months ago clogged up and dried up on me after the first time I used them. So yeah, these are tried and proved, and I can vouch for these. They're really, really, really good. And besides, you can refill these. So one more con, I suppose. Nothing bad to say about these. I've got this bottle of Hellooooo masking fluid to replace the one I already own, again, for a couple of years. Don't get me wrong, it worked just fine. It's the Jackson's brand one from Jackson's Art online store. It's really nice, it's really good, it's really easy to remove from paper once you're done working with it. However, there's one major flaw, it was white. And it's really, really difficult to work with in that regard, because I have no idea whether I've completely covered the spots I don't want to get colored once I'm doing backgrounds on my coloring pages. So sometimes I ended up with messing up the page in spots that I didn't want the ink or the paint to get on. This one is blue, as you can see. So it should be a lot easier to manage, and I hope that it won't dry out on me as fast as the other one did. It does not smell that bad, but it still does smell. Well, I guess it's liquid latex and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Pencils. I am a pencil junkie, not gonna lie. So I got 3 new sets of pencils during the last 3 months. First of them being this 72 set by Castle Art, because I was simply on a search of a small pencil set that I could use when I travel. And these come in their own case. It's a very, very nice case, actually. I love it. I've already used these pencils on a few of my pages, as you can see. Here I have my blender and my eraser ready to go. They come with a swatch chart that I've already filled, and these are the colors that come in the set. Well, the only gripe I have about this set is some of the colors do look a bit similar, and they could definitely do without these and add a couple more browns instead. But all in all, these are really nice pencils. They remind me a bit of Black Widows, if you have ever used them, which I am sure most of you really did. They're a bit on the waxier side, definitely. Not the softest pencil in the world. Don't expect the softness of a Prisma. Some of them feel a bit scratchy even. However, well, like I said, if you have used Black Widows before, or any kind of this, you know, black barreled pencil in general, yeah, these are similar to these. They will be perfect for traveling. I've tried them in quite a few books already. Well, they're not my favorite pencil, of them all. But they aren't that bad, actually. And they come with these few booklets in here, some info about the Castle Art company itself, their contacts. You also have their product guide, where you can see all of the range of the products they have to offer, including a color chart, which is humongous, apparently. Also, then what do we have here? This nice little booklet, tutorial in a way, on how to use pencils, how to mix colors. Actually, a lot of useful info. Not gonna lie, I'm going to keep this one. Some lessons on perspective, even. Blending, mixing colors. I really do appreciate that. There are a lot of useful tips in here, believe it or not. And they also added this tiny little spread on explaining how to color this nice, cool looking griffin on their logo. You have your step-by-step tutorial. There you go. This tutorial booklet I'm going to keep for sure. The next set of pencils is a rather unusual one. It's the Bambino pencils. And these are made from clay. If you have ever heard about the infamous Bambino clay crayons, I think it was Coloring with K, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I have learned about them from her, and I have the crayons themselves. This is one of the art supplies that I'm very excited to try out, finally. So, she also mentioned these in one of her videos back in the day. What these basically are is the same clay crayons that Bambino is famous for, but they're in a pencil form. Yeah, when you touch the lead of the pencil, it definitely feels different. Well, these should be a lot more comfortable to use than the crayons, I believe. Easier to manage, easier to sharpen. Oh, we should really do a video on these, using both the crayons and the pencils and the page. The colors are basically the same as the ones in their crayon set, and that one I have swatched, if I can find it now. Oh, there we go. These are the 24 colors that the Bambino crayons come in, and the pencils are exactly the same. When I swatched these, they laid down really nicely. It felt like a mixture between, I don't know, a hard pastel and a pencil? Something like that. Well, it's really difficult to explain, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And from what I've heard, they blend like a dream. Oh god, I can't wait to try these out. We have so many things planned for the future in this channel. Oh my god, if only I can find the time to actually make all of these plans come true. Yeah, one more confession. I love brute former pencils. I know they're probably the same as like any of the other Chinese pencils, you know, the budget ones that come out nowadays, but I don't know, there's something about Fruit Funner that I really like. I have their set of square pencils, I have their macarons, I have their 80 set of pastel/neons that I've showed you in my favorites video. So when I found out that they came out with a set of metallics, I was like, I want them now. I don't know what for, but I want them. I have a few of metallic pencils in my collection. Most of them are from Derbent, but I had no idea that it was possible to come up with 50 different shades of a metallic pencil. Let's take a small peek inside now, shall we? I got these from AliExpress back in December. Let's put this aside for now. And there they are. And they came out with this cute little set of stickers. Nice. I'm gonna use them in my journal. So yeah, this is the range of colors. And they look like they are very, very nicely made. Not gonna lie. There you go. The barrel feels sturdy, quite thick. They have a color dip end. The lead is relatively thick. Focus, please. There you go. And I mean, look. Artex, you really need to learn from these. As much as I love the Artex pencils, but the writing on them sucks. Here we have beautiful big letters in white. Here you have the brand name, the color name, and the rest of the info, the number of the color, all written in white. Of course, it probably would not make sense to have this printed with silver on a metallic surface. It really looks like a nice quality pencil. I've played around with these a little when they arrived. I have not properly swatched these out yet. I'm gonna do it on my review video. And from the few tiny little swatches that I made of these, they felt really nice. Not scratchy at all. I'm still not sure how they're going to work on coloring books and how I'm going to use them in my coloring books, but I know this is probably just a silly gimmick that pencil companies now tend to come up with. You know, 50 shades of metallics! Oh my freaking god! I don't think they are on Amazon as of yet. I had to wait a whole month for these to arrive, and waited a couple more months to actually try them out on camera, but I hope I will be more productive during March and we'll get to these as well eventually. And the last, but definitely not least, is one of my Christmas presents for this year. God knows that I need more pencils than any another hole in my head, but I've been eyeing these for months and was questioning myself, do I really need them? Well, obviously not, but you know, it's Christmas and I eventually gave in and got these. This is a very well-known set of 240 pencils by Hellooooo. I know, now they have a set of 300 out. But I think this is definitely more than enough to satisfy my needs. They come with this huge swatch sheet. Whoa, it's like an accordion that I am sure is going to keep me busy for hours. Judging by the fact that it's still not filled, you can feel just how much I dread it. But it is gonna have to be done eventually. So what we have here are 8 trays of 30, I believe. A huge, insanely huge range of colors. We have our yellows and reds and pinks and a nice range of blues. There we have the greens. Really like the packaging. I like the teal color. Really. Oh, these do feel a bit flimsy, you know, like your usual plastic trays. Still, very nicely packaged. Fine set of purples, browns. I can see some metallics in here as well. Like this one, I figure. There's a gold one as well. Cool. more greens and purples. These I figure should be some of the additional colors to the 180 that they also have, I believe. And we have our set of grays and browns, and also some of the metallic ones on the bottom. There you go. Wow. Funny thing is that I actually figured this could be a pencil set that I could use in my color by number books, because I want to try using pencils in these as well. Some of the results I've seen from other people coloring color by number books, or the Hachette ones, especially with pencils. Those results I really liked. I figured I want to try it out, but I did not want to use my favorite pencils on these pages because I believe that they will be used up in no time. So I figured I should get a set of these and have a try. Will that ever happen? Gods know. We'll see in the future, or maybe I'm actually going to like these more than I expect to like them, and they will become a treasured part of my pencil collection. We shall see. Again, these are gonna have their own time to shine in one of my future videos for sure, since, like I said, I've been eyeing them for months. And now that I finally got them for Christmas, I can't wait to use them. Now that I've showed them to you, I finally can. Ooh, this is so exciting. Anyway, now that I'm finally done with all the supplies that I had collected over 3 months of winter, I think you can figure why I wanted to split this all in two. So, I guess that's it for today. And well, until I see you again in one of my future videos, remember to stay creative, stay artsy, and have fun in every single step you take. Till the next time.